Hey everybody, welcome to Makia's Corner. I'm sitting in my grandma's chair. Rest in peace to my grandmother. But hey everybody, this channel, I know I'm new to this channel will be about, just living in positivity. We go through so much negative stuff and see all the negativity in the world. We forget to say thank you for the good stuff. We forget that there's positive stuff that's going on in our life. So this is that. This. Let me introduce myself. My name is Makia Thompson. I am married. Been married for 4 years. Well, almost 4 years. And we have 4 children. Four. So far, we're good. We have an 8-year-old, 2 5-year-olds, and a 13-month-old. So, this is going to be very therapeutic for me. And I hope that you subscribe to this channel. I hope that you like this video, and I hope that you share it. Maybe put it on Facebook. If it doesn't help you, maybe it can help somebody on your Facebook. Again, this is very therapeutic for me. We get so caught up in all the negative stuff that we need positivity. And we need to document those positivity things, because you can go back to it and say, okay, I remember that. And that was very, good for me. That's this for me. That is this for me, and I hope that it helps you. So, today actually went well. Today I got some good news. Despite my mom being in the ICU, despite not having my own house and not having my own place for a whole month to everybody else, it might not be feel long, but I have 4 children and a husband. Living in someone else's house is not fun whatsoever. So we got a call today that we can move in by December 1st to our townhouse. Now, we not used to living in an apartment or a townhouse. We're used to living in we're used to living in a house. God, He knows what He's doing. He knows my steps after this. Hopefully and prayfully that when we move from this townhouse, we'll be moving into our house. So we're trying to stack up some money, y'all. Where we live at, you have to pay for them to pick up your trash, water, gas and electric, all of that jazz. And so living in a townhome, you don't have to worry about paying someone to pick your trash up. Nor for your water, which is awesome. It's small. It's a 3-bedroom. We do have 4 children. But God, at the end of the day, we'll have a place that is ours. We can lay our head in our own bed and not on somebody's floor. That is going to be amazing. I have a crook here. My back hurt. Not awesome. But God. So things like that, you have to understand that when you're going through your storm, because when I got that letter saying, hey, your house has been sold and they will not accept you, they want to renovate and have someone else live there, for instance, because they're going to hike up the bill $1,000 more. Guess who didn't have $1,000 more? This chick. And so you have to, when I looked at that paper, I'm like, dude, what do we do? Find a place. And I'm so busy. Applications after applications after applications. We went through so many hurdles. We had so many things that was blocking us from people wanting to get us moved into their house. My husband had situations that he was going on with his record, and my credit wasn't looking well for something that happened when I was 18 years old and finally just moved out of my mom's house and didn't understand how the credit system worked. I didn't need a credit check when I moved into the house that I was just in. We've only moved twice. We didn't know. We were young. We didn't understand how credit went, and then backfired this time. So we've came out of pocket a whole lot, and just to get this townhouse. But it's fine. It's a townhouse. It's our house. It's something that we'll have. My kids can run around and do whatever they feel like they want to do. It's gonna suck not having a backyard with the play set that we used to have. It's gonna suck not having to, and it's gonna suck not having to cut the grass, even though it was tough cutting the grass and it was hot cutting the grass, and it was our grass that we was cutting, which made us feel good. It made us feel good. We lived in that house for what, 3 years. Before then, we were in we were in an apartment for 5 years. It's gonna be really, really hard. We really missed being in the house. It was amazing. We had a basement, so we had we hosted nice little parties. But God, everything's gonna be perfectly fine for us. Our next blessing will be our own house for our children. You can count on it. Back to our storms that we've been through. My 13-month-old, from the time he was 6 months up until now, he was in and out of ICU. He was always in ICU. He had retractive airway disease, which was asthma, but because he's so young, we're not allowed to be his doctor isn't allowed to diagnose him technically with asthma until 3 years and older. He has allergies and eczema really bad as well. His lungs were so small, the bronchial tubes were so thin and narrow. So every time he got sick, whether it be allergies from his food that he's eating that we weren't aware that he was allergic to yet, or just having a cold, a chest cold, upper respiratory infection, he had to be on oxygen. It's been so hard. It was really hard while he was going through that. But God, he hasn't been in the hospital for a whole month now. Hey. Things like that. Be excited. Watching my son in this thing to me that looked like a daggone, it was a crib, but it had bars, like it was a monkey inside of a daggone cage. It hurt my feelings seeing that, him having a mask and things going down his throat, his nose and stuff. It was horrible, and I know kids go through it, and I know, but for me, and I know for other people that it's hard. But when you see your child, when he first get into ICU, when he can't move, can't speak, can't cry, he's tired because his lungs are retracting so often, he can't breathe. So he's just, all he wants to do is focus on his breathing. It's hard. And then when you see him laugh, when you see him smile, that crack a smile after from being so tired, when he just had that smile, meant the world. It meant the world to me. You have kids around you who are cold, and you have kids around you who are screaming for their parents. And then here I am, I'm able to sit with my son, to watch him get better. It was the greatest feeling. No, I didn't want him inside of that crib. I didn't want him here. I didn't want his lungs to be the way that they were. But that one little smile, that first smile, means everything. We have to look at stuff like that and remember how awesome life can be. My husband lost his job the last time my son was in the hospital. He had been working there for almost 5 years, and it got tough. And it got tough because we needed that. I'm not working. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I like to be a stay-at-home mom, taking care of my kids. He was the only person working. And so when he lost that job, it broke our hearts. We have a child in the hospital. Now we don't have money. We don't know how we're going to pay these bills. It was really hard. My husband gets really frustrated when he loses out on money. When he doesn't have money, he gets extremely frustrated and really is having trouble coping with things like that. But God, he did find a house. But God, he did find a job. House is coming, I know, Lord. He did find a job, and the job actually pays more than what he was being paid before. Praise God. But I will say that it kind of put damage on our marriage, on our relationship. We kind of started fussing and fighting more than the usual. And I know that no marriage is perfect and that we're going to go through stuff. But we're working on it. We're day by day is more, when he works, he's feeling better. Something with myself that I have to work on is self-esteem and confidence, because as long as I don't have it, it's kind of messing with our relationship. But I'm working on it. And that's what matters. Stuff like that. I could have said I have low self-esteem and my confidence is really, really low. And thought so negative about it, which this is how I used to think. And all I want to say now is, yes, I am having problems, but God. Yes, I am dealing with confidence issues, but God. He's working on me, and He's working on my relationship with my husband. That is what matters. Think of life as being awesome. Everything we go through, we're going through it. We don't stay. When they told me I was depressed, no, I'm going through depression. I am going through it, and I'll be out of it. But God, y'all remember that everything is for a reason. Your test is for a testimony. I love y'all. I hope y'all love y'all selves. I will be back. Till then, I have to take care of my husband who's about to come in from work and my 13-month-old who is waking up. Peace.